So this comes with Windows 10 Home. What the? Like, come on, let's get rid of that Windows Home. Let's get some Windows Pro. Copy and paste my code from the description. You can also get Office 2019. Just paste my code. Woof, it's Windows Pro time. Righto, tell you there, champs. Now, hope you're all having a great day. I am. I'm loving these XPS 15 content. Yeah, it's a little bit rough and ready, hey. I know you guys. You want the content today. I could make it more polished and I could give you the content tomorrow, but you guys want it today. Give me a thumbs up if you agree there. All right, champs, if you're new around here, come on, sub up, join the Woo Train, and I will have a lot more content. I've got the i9 in the house now, so stay tuned for that. By the way, this friggin' i9, it's no joke. Oh my God, it was pushing. I'm not even joking here. Have a look at the score on Cinebench. Yeah, you see it. 3,640. 3,600. What? Yes. 8 cores. I overclocked it to 4.7. I think 4.7 was the sweet spot. I got it to 4.8 as well. Undervolted by 120 millivolts. And yeah, it did hit like nearly 100 watts. It did hit the 4.7. It actually hit 4.8 when I done one of the runs. Not for long. I mean, it can only do that for a couple of seconds. It was sustaining 70 watts quite a long time during the run. And that was like 3.7. And it settled down at about 3.4 gigahertz. That's 8 cores at 3.4. So that is amazing. When you think that this is 8 cores going at 3.4, whereas the i7 was doing like 3.1 with 6 cores. That's no joke. And you can see it in the scores. The i9 is worth it. It is, like, especially if you undervolt, it is worth it. Like, I thought in this chassis, what are they doing overclocking a CPU in this sort of chassis? But 3.4, 8 cores, now you see why. So have a look at the displays now. Tell me which one you like. I'm going to get into showing the whites, the blacks, and all that sort of stuff later. On the left is the MacBook Pro, obviously, the 16:10 display. You can see it's taller. And then you have two XPS 15s. You have the i9 in the middle with the Ultra HD, and that's the touch display. And that one is the LED display. And on the right, you have the OLED display. The full HD display they have this year is better. It's 500 nits. So, if you want the killer battery life, you go for the full HD. It's not going to be as good as these 4K ones, but it's going to have the battery life. It's up to you. What do you want? It's your choice. But good luck picking a winner out of these three here. Also, I would like to really thank you guys for watching my videos and supporting the channel, and just give me a thumbs up and sharing and whatever you do, and subscribing. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. And some of you music guys are really nice. I mean, all I covered was DPC latency. I said it would be good for music production because the fans keep down. And I got thank yous from people. Thanks for covering music. Thanks for covering music. I didn't really even cover that much, but how nice is that people do that? That is so refreshing compared to most of the people on YouTube. Oh, test this, test that. Oh, you should have done this, and oh, do that. And it's like, they don't even thank you. God, some people think the world revolves around them, don't they? So anyway, I'd like to thank you guys. There's a lot of thank yous I'm getting. So yeah, I really appreciate that. So which display do I want? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's like really hard. At the end of the day, the one in the middle, I think I like that one. I don't know why. I prefer LED over OLED. It's got a touch. I don't even care about the touch. It's not that. It is the brightest, whatever. That's fine. I guess one of the main factors is it's going to have better battery life than your OLED. And by the way, I've done some battery runs, and like 3 battery runs over 10 hours, streaming video, full HD. And yeah, that's using the internet, of course. So Wi-Fi 6 in this case, over 10 hours. So that's not real world, but still over 10 hours on the OLED. It was about 40% brightness. So hey, come on, it wasn't that bright, but the pixels weren't black, so that's not too bad. Now, of course, the one in the middle, the LED, is going to be brighter. Now, of course, the one in the middle is going to get better battery life. So yeah, if you want the battery life, go for the one in the middle. So hard to choose. The Mac, yeah, all right. When you look at the Mac compared to these, I've never had a complaint about the Mac display. I love the 16:10. It's got nice natural colors. I've never found it wanting at all. But when you look at it against these displays, the first thing you'll think is not as sharp. Contrast isn't there. It just doesn't have that vibrance pop. But on the plus side, it has more natural looking colors. So If you want those more natural looking colors with the XPS 15, I think you're going to have to go for the one in the middle, because you'll be able to calibrate that. Like if you use Premier Color, and for some reason Premier Color is only on the LCD Dell. They don't have Premier Color on the OLED one, so I don't know what that means. And if you don't know, that's like a color management app. And if you get one of those Pantone X1s or whatever they are, those color calibrators, they're the best ones to get, not the Spider. Yeah, you can just plug it into Premier Color and just put it to whatever space you want. If you don't want it that saturated, change it over to another color mode. You'll be able to do that. You'll be able to tone down the XPS 15 if you want to make it more natural. But with the MacBook Pro, you won't be able to pump up the volume to get that punch, that contrast, or the vibrancy if you want that. Now for me, with the XPS, I don't even need to calibrate it. I just know I just have to take into account that extra bit of saturation. I just know that. Also that extra little bit of contrast. So that's why I prefer not to calibrate the XPS 15, because I can calibrate it so it will show like a more linear path to the blacks instead of clipping them. Then on most screens, you won't be able to see it. So I don't know, which one do you reckon looks better? So hard. They're all great. I don't think there's a clear winner here. I think they all have their own sort of pros and cons. I'll probably go with the middle one. That's the one I'll go with out of the XPSs. The OLED is gorgeous though. When you see stuff on the OLED, like, yeah, it looks amazing. So hard. I don't know. One thing's for sure, the LCD XPS 15 is definitely the brightest by far. It was like 490 nits on the OLED. It was like on the MacBook Pros, it was around 450. It was actually nearly 460. And the other one's like 570. So that's the LCD XPS 15. I noticed when I looked at the whites, the LCD XPS 15 has the most pure white. The actual white on the MacBook Pro looked a little bit yellow. I turned off True Tone and I turned off auto brightness. For some reason, it just looks a little bit yellow. I mean, I'm a male. Males can't friggin' see colors that well, but that's the truth. But I know that LCD is just pure bright white. On the XPS 15, on the OLED, it looks a little bit greyish blue compared to the, say, yellowish blue on the MacBook Pro. I guess maybe the XPS 15 in the middle, the reason it looks so bright and pure white is because it's such a bright display too. So if I back it off a bit, it doesn't look so white, but it still looks more white out of all these three. So if we have a look at this dark wallpaper now, so this is where the OLED will shine, that contrast, that deep blacks. Yeah, you can see it, right? And the vibrance. Look at the XPS 15s, both of them, so vibrant. In actual fact, the LCD XPS 15 does have sort of OLED traits to it as well. That's the IGZO panel. That's how they are. Yeah, they're hard to measure the brightness on those things, and sometimes they are hard to calibrate. So make sure you get one of those X1, those X-Rite ones. Calibrate it and do it in Premier Color. If you try it on one of these Spider things, yeah, you're not going to get good results. But the Mac, yeah, okay, so it doesn't look as sharp, doesn't look as contrasty, the colors look muted, but it looks more natural. So I guess it's pick your poison. What do you reckon's better? I mean, I think they've all got pros and cons. Now have a look here with this color wallpaper, and as you'll see, like the colors on the OLED look deeper, contrastier. Like it's not as bright as the LCD of the XPS 15, but everything looks deeper because it's got more contrast. It just looks a little bit more richer. But that being said, the LCD XPS 15, I mean, if you look at that compared to the Mac, you know, that looks deeper and richer and darker and everything else that you want and vibrant. And yeah, and then the MacBook Pro, those more natural colors. You know the thing about the MacBook Pro, as I said, I've never found wanting. It's one of the best displays I've ever used in a laptop. Yeah, when you look, compare side to side, yeah, don't do that. Certainly, I expect the next MacBook Pro, because you've got to remember, this is from 2016. These are brand new displays that have just come out this year on the XPS 15. So, you know, it's not a real fair comparison in that regard, but I guarantee the 16-inch MacBook Pro, one, is going to be high resolution, so it's going to have that sharpness. And I'll bet you it's more vibrant and contrasty. I bet it will be.